Hi, everyone. We're glad to have someone from AWS with us today. I'm just going to quickly ask her to introduce herself. Holly?
Yeah, hi everyone. So my name is Holly Ellis, and I lead the UK Public Sector Solution Architecture team at AWS. And I've been with AWS for about 14 months now.
What other roles were you doing before you joined AWS?
Yeah, of course. So I've worked in both the private and the public sector. But most recently, I worked in the UK central government. So I worked for the UK Home Office and Department for International Trade and the Government Digital Service as well. So I spent about 4.5 years in central government before moving over to AWS.
Oh yeah, good old GDS. Yeah, I know or knew a lot of people there. Some obviously have moved on like yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So in your current role, who are your customers and how do you help them out?
Yeah, of course. So our customers are kind of vary quite widely. The sectors that I specifically look after are healthcare, education, not-for-profit, and local government customers. So that can vary from universities wanting to find better ways of engaging with students, to healthcare customers needing to kind of manage their data and support other organizations throughout this last year, obviously, which has been very challenging, particularly for our healthcare customers, or in fact for all of our customers, to local government customers who have very different requirements as well from some of those others. So the specific work that we deliver for different customers is highly variable depending on what their mission is and what they're trying to achieve. To helping them reach their goals.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It sounds like a fun, role as well, because you get to, deal with a lot of like different customers with different needs and all that. So, what technical or soft skills do you think you need, for the role that you currently hold?
Yeah, of course. So, I'd say it's probably 50% soft skills, 50% technical skills as well. So as a leader of a team of about 60 people, it's really important that, I kind of possess the softer skills of leading and motivating and managing a team of people, that I can empathize with their workloads and, what they need to achieve and help them build their own career paths as well. So lots of our solution architects, they want to progress their careers either into management roles. We have a policy at AWS, or an approach to working, I should probably say, whereby we make decisions by writing documents. So writing skills are really, really important. It's important that our solution architects, know how to, kind of make their case for innovating or working differently through writing documents, and that's a really important soft skill for us. So that's probably one of my stronger soft skills, I would say, in kind of writing narratives and getting people behind an idea. And also then leading the team and building them and making sure that we're doing the right things in terms of our progression as an organization to meet the needs of a customer. So lots and lots of soft skills required for that side of my role. And then from a technical skills point of view, it's also really important that I'm credible with customers and that I'm credible with the team members as well. So I mentioned in my talk that I give that I started my very early career doing hands-on roles, but this was kind of back in the day where it was static websites or e-commerce sites, and like web content management systems were new and exciting. So my hands-on roles kind of finished quite a few years ago, and I moved into management and more strategic roles. And so I had to keep up to date with technology because I was always leading teams that were technical in nature and delivering technical outcomes. But it'd been a long time since I'd really had to get kind of detailed in my technical knowledge.
Hands dirty or something.
Sorry?
I said you're getting your hands dirty in terms of like tech stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming to AWS, it was really important that I understand the products, the services, how they work, so I can help customers and help solution architects as well. And on both sides, helping them both imagine the art of the possible. So, and that's where the combination of soft skills and technical skills really comes together, because being able to empathize with the customers and the missions they're trying to get to, requires both skills really.
Yeah,
I need that technical knowledge so I can make recommendations for how people could reimagine the processes or the services they deliver today.
Yeah, and in terms of leadership, what you pointed out is that you have to be credible. both for your customers and your internal team. You definitely need to have that, that respect to be able to like kind of, guide them to where, the business, or yeah, or whatever the project is should be going towards. So Holly, you mentioned that there are 60 plus of you in the team. Is that just in the UK,
Yeah, that's
or
just hey.
just the UK? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like globally, how large is the that particular team?
Oh, so our
If
global
you know, if you
population
have.
of solution architects is significantly bigger than that, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, so given that we're celebrating in International Women's Day, and it's obviously part of the whole diversity, like initiative. Do you want to talk about or describe how your team is in terms of like how diverse it is, how inclusive it is? Yep, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah. So yeah, diversity and inclusion is massively important to us as an organization and us as a team. And collectively as a UK team, we've put a lot of focus on making sure that we're providing opportunities for everyone as well. So yeah, we've opened up roles for people in the very early stages of their career, and really excited that we've been able to attract so many different people to take on kind of early career roles with us. But equally, from a gender diversity point of view as well, we've massively increased the gender diversity across our team. So we have lots of female technologists, and yeah, we're proud of everyone. We're really proud that we've been able to kind of shift the balance from a gender point of view as well. And hopefully that comes across in the stories that we're telling. Yeah. So so we tell a lot of the stories. So you'll meet a lot of our female technologists on social media as well. So do kind of search for us and hear some of their stories and about their journey into AWS. Hopefully they'll inspire you to want to join us as well.
So in your talk earlier, I heard you talk about your dad and how he encouraged you to get a job and all that. That kind of reminded me of my mom, to be honest, because when I was at university, I had my first degree and then stayed on to get another degree, and I think she sensed that I was gonna go for a third one, and then she uprooted me, really, from because I was living at the university at the time, and one day I just went back and saw that all my things were gone, basically. So tell me about your dad and how he was encouraging you to.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
look, I mean, I had a place at university, like I had an offer sitting there waiting for me, but I knew deep down it wasn't a topic I wanted to go and do. It was a marketing degree, and it just felt like at the time that was something that I probably could do, but I didn't have a passion for it. I wasn't that interested in the actual content of the course, and so that's why I decided I deferred it for a year. And I thought, well, look, I don't need to make a decision now. And when I look, my son is he's 18 now, and I look at him and I think, like, it's so young to make a decision that potentially is going to change the course of the next 20, 30 years of your life. Exactly. And so I knew it wasn't right for me. And so, I mean, I just got a kind of a local job just so I had some money. And it was my dad saying, look, you've got to work out what you're going to do with your future. And, get off the sofa and go and get yourself a job. So get out of my hair. And he introduced me to a friend of his. And his friend was going to just help me build my CV up and like how to position myself and introduce me to types of roles that are available. And he did an amazing job. He created this online CV for me. And again, imagine this is like 22 years ago. Yeah. LinkedIn wasn't around then, or
the internet was
in the way that it is now.
Kind of just starting around that time.
Yeah. So he created this amazing CV for me, and then I got into the interviews and people kind of asked me, like, how did I put this together, this online interactive CV? And I hadn't done it myself. So that was very embarrassing. There was the first couple of interviews that it was good experience, but again, they weren't necessarily organizations I wanted to work for. And going through that process and then having, I guess in a sense, you'd say that he was a mentor, going through that process, learning from him, going through that experience, and then chatting with him after the interviews, he said, look, actually, I feel like you'd be a good fit for the company that I run. And he offered me a role as an account manager, just supporting, they're very small customers. And I mean, I still find this amazing, but it was my first day at that organization that I sent an email. Even I'd never sent an email before. So my first work experience compared to what people experience today was just so vastly different. But I absolutely loved it. Like, I loved the role so much that when my placement for university came round, I decided not to go because I was learning so much in the job. I loved working with customers. I was working with developers and designers, and because we were such a small agency, you had to do everything. We built websites together. I'd be kind of working with so many different types of people, and I just actually I want to stay. I don't want to give this up to go and do a course at university. So I stayed, and it led to many more opportunities. So I'm glad I did.
Yeah, and it's important to actually get or find out, something that you enjoy, so it doesn't really feel like work. Because if it's not something you enjoyed, you would have left, and you wouldn't have had, she said, these opportunities you have right now. So it's really good. Any tips, for especially for women, our audience, for this virtual event is everyone, obviously, but any particular tips, for women who wants to like move into leadership roles, like you've done, and I really would like to encourage a lot more women to get into leadership, because we need a lot of role models to inspire the young girls of today, to follow the path, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think my number one tip, sorry, is to have confidence in yourself and your own ability. I can remember so many occasions throughout my career where I've thought I could do that job, or I could make that decision. Like, I can see it so clearly. Why is no one else making this decision? And I think having that confidence to then position yourself, put yourself forward to help make those decisions, and let people recognize the strengths and the value that you bring to an organization is really important. And don't doubt yourself as you're going through. I've thought this, like, in my entire career, even from when I started out and I was looking at other people working, I was thinking, I know I could do that job. And in fact, I was getting in bigger deals than some of the people that had been there for a long time and were older than me and were, had more experience. I was bringing in other deals and thinking, well, look, I knew I could do it, and now I have proof, and now I can do even more, and just build your credibility and don't lose your confidence that you can do that job too. But there have been moments in my career where I've thought, like, when I was in my 20s thinking, I kind of wish I was 30, because if I was 30, people would take me seriously. And then when I was 30, I was thinking, like, I kind of wish I was 40, because when I'm 40, people will take me seriously. Like, I've always had those like nagging doubts that, I don't know, maybe being a woman, maybe being young, and at the time, I felt like I was quite successful. I was successful at getting roles and taking them on and delivering. But I always had in my back of my mind, like, questioning, like, maybe people would take me more seriously if I was a bit older, or I wouldn't have to prove myself if I was a little bit older. But actually, that doesn't go away. Like, I still have that nag now. Now I'm thinking, maybe when I'm 50, people will take me seriously. But it's the same for anyone. You've got to demonstrate the value you bring. And if you have enough confidence to show that value, don't let those niggles get to you. And it's hard. I still have those now. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't, because I do.
Exactly. It's important. It's important to recognize that that thing never goes away. To be honest, and like you said, just have the confidence, to show people that you can do things and you can deliver.
Yeah, and I think when you do have those niggles, is remember that everyone does, regardless of gender or anything else. I'm perfectly sure, like, everyone has that, is genuine moments of, am I making the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Can I deliver the value I think I can? And you believe in yourself, and you will deliver it. So yeah, don't let it
exactly. It's kind of the same sometimes with like public speaking as well. Like, I remember when I first started, public speaking, I had to, I know I want to do it. And I had to, for example, if I'm standing with the podium in front of me, what do you call it? The podium. What I'll do is I'll just hang on to that wooden thing. And even if I'm like shaking, I know I'm holding on to something. And I knew I could like, I was able to deliver it. So, and then eventually, just like a muscle, and as we said, confidence is like a muscle that you have to exercise. So just keep on exercising. And I think it's kind of the same in your experience, that just stand up, speak and yeah, be
Yeah.
recognized basically. So going back to Amazon's leadership principles, and is there 10 or 20? I can't even remember. Someone like showed it to me one time, and I know there are several.
Yeah.
So what's the exact number of
There's 14 leadership
14?
principles. Yeah.
Okay, is there any favorite?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I use them in my day-to-day work. Yeah, every time we're talking to each other as colleagues, or trying to position an idea, or trying to move a project forward, or working out how we might tackle something, we're always thinking about the leadership principles. I'd say a couple of mine that I do really like are dive deep. So that's where you're getting really into the detail of a problem and understanding it. And that is a really good guiding principle, because when you're asking for a change, or you're asking for investment, or you're trying to do something, you've got to have the data to back it up. And that really helps keep us honest in our decision making as well. Obviously, I love customer obsession, because I've spent so much of my career working for the public sector, and the customer is so important. And having a really deep understanding and empathy for the customer, it helps making sure that we're doing the right thing. Like, really understand what is the mission they're driving to, like what worries them, what keeps them up at night. So like having that customer obsession is critical. And then I love learn and be curious as well.
Yeah,
And
that's a nice one.
it's hard to find the time to be constantly learning, but every day is a learning experience at Amazon, because you're meeting new people, learning new things, learning about new technology that we've released. So I think probably those three for me are quite clear. And then obviously I love delivering results, because that's how I get a real buzz, knowing when I've
Yeah.
actually delivered something, not just had the thought, but taken all the way through to delivering, and it's making a difference.
Great. So if someone's considering like joining a team, like yours, where do they like start? What are like the skills they should, have even before like applying? Or are there opportunities where people from like a different background, maybe they're in tech but doing something else? Is it
Yeah,
easy to actually break into like teams like yours, or roles, like yours?
yeah,
I don't know.
definitely. I mean, I think don't be defined by what you've done in the past. I mean, obviously, it's important that you have a really deep interest in technology and innovating and imagining the art of the possible and helping customers solve difficult challenges with technology. But people come from all different backgrounds. And it depends at what level you want to join the organization as well. I mean, obviously, there's an expectation that you come with deep technical knowledge if you're joining a senior role in the solution architecture job family. But equally, we take on apprentices as well, where obviously you're not going to have as much knowledge or experience, but you have an interest in the organization and an interest in the role, and you're keen to learn. And we've just brought on 11 new apprentices, and they're just amazing. They're just so brilliant, and they all come from different backgrounds as well, some with more experience than others. But the most important thing is the willingness and kind of the urge to want to learn as well. So I'd suggest people like go on the website. There are loads of stories that we publish on LinkedIn, on our websites, about people in their roles, like understand what the role entails. And then if that is exciting to you and you feel attracted to it, is go and learn about some of the AWS services, sign up for the console, start getting your hands dirty. There's so much training available for people to
I
tap
know
into.
exactly. Like there's no excuse if you really want to be like I don't know certified on something. There's so many courses out there.
Yeah.
Some free, obviously some are paid, but I think with the free ones, as well, you just get a lot out of it. And yeah, I'd say people should just go for it and then really dedicate some time to learn, and get certified.
Yeah.
Because obviously those certifications are important, especially if you're like customer facing. They would like
Yeah.
some credibility that they would like to know that actually you know your stuff.
Yeah.
um okay. Well, it's been a great conversation, Holly. So thanks for being part of this day, and I really hope a lot of people actually learned a lot from this and your talk earlier, which was wonderful. So I'm encouraging everyone to check out that talk. Any other last few tips that you want to maybe share, Holly?
Yeah, I mean, I think, please do go and check out the work that we do and the services we provide. Like, be excited about it. We're all really excited about it. It's a really motivational place to work. as well. And that's something I really appreciate. Like every day, people are excited about the opportunity in front of us to deliver and make a difference for our customers. And yeah, don't let those little things that niggle you or what you've done before define you. Yeah, there's at no point can you not change your career direction. So yeah, take it upon yourself. You own your career, and yeah, just check out some more and learn and be curious.
That's great. That's really wonderful. Thanks, Holly. And yeah, we'll see you again, hopefully in other events in the future.
Lovely.
And thanks for the support from AWS for this event. And yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, we'll see you around, and hope you enjoy some of the other talks as well.
I will do. Thanks so much, Jen.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, take care.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.